Hey, this is Bobby Holland with Bipper Media, and you are listening to SEO Secrets.
Hello, everyone, and this is Cesar Toledo with Bipper Media, and welcome to another SEO Secrets podcast. Today, I want to touch base on something that's starting to ramp up a lot with the whole advent of AI with, like stuff like ChatGPT. I'm pretty sure you're aware of it. If you're a student in college, you're probably using ChatGPT to write your essays. But a lot of companies are starting to use this for just writing content, which is not a bad idea. We do need to touch base, especially as an SEO company, on what we call the NLP, which is a natural language processing, and how it's going to benefit SEO companies. So today I kind of want to real quick touch base on a few things, which is one is unlocking the power of natural language processing, NLP, for SEO success. Another one is understanding the NLP and its role in the SEO world. The benefits of incorporating NLP in any SEO strategy. How can NLP help improve your keyword research? That's a big one. A lot of people ask us about that one, as well as leveraging the NLP for better content creation and optimization. If you're a small business listening to this, or any business, as a matter of fact, try not to ever think of hiring an SEO company as an expense. It really is an investment. SEO is a long-term, consistent game. And if you are a business owner, I guarantee you say to me, "Oh, I can do this all myself." It's true. You can. Anybody can do any SEO work by themselves. But number one, because of all the changes, I guarantee a lot of people don't know how the whole AI and the NLP and everything is being affected, how voice search is now skyrocketed. Everybody's been using voice search lately. Well, not lately, for a while now. Is your company even optimized for SEO, for voice search? And going back to what I was saying, I know I get lost in tangents, is the fact that if you're a business owner, you don't have time to research all this. And I can tell you from experience, because my wife owned a PR company. And we were like, "Oh, we're not going to pay an SEO company. We can do this ourselves." And I did for the most part. But I can do the research and I can optimize her website. But at the end of the day, her writing content, her writing blogs, her posting on Facebook, even Facebook, that's, I'm an older guy, so I use Facebook. But with all the other different platforms there are, you don't have time. You just don't. And that's one of the advantages to the SEO company, because we're going to do all this research for you. So don't think of it as an expense. Think of it as an investment, an ROI on everything that you put in there. Because let's face it, being visible online, being ranked is one of the biggest ways to get clients and to grow your business without the huge expense of ads and of bulletin boards and TV ad commercials, which, let's face it, a lot of people nowadays, they stream and there's not really a lot of commercials, and they skip commercials on YouTube, or they're not even paying attention to it. And by the way, I'm not saying that it's not good to advertise. It's great, but one of the most organic ways to get found is SEO. And believe it or not, it may sound really like it can be expensive. I mean, we do have plans for we do have plans, cheaper plans, but at the end of the day, doing it organically and putting in a lot more money it's just going to be beneficial. But let's go back to basically the first part of this I was talking about, which is unlocking the power of, again, natural language processing, NLP, for SEO success. So, as you know, in today's digital-driven world, SEO, as I mentioned, is incredibly critical for your business to be found online. However, with millions of websites available at anyone's fingertips, breaking through to that is challenging, especially if you just started a business and you have a website. Most people think, I got a website, that's it, I'm going to get ranked. No, your website is in infant stage. So, one of the best effective tools is a quest for better SEO. And how do you do that? Well, now, before it's a manual process. It does work. Don't get me wrong. I'm still doing the manual process. But now with the NLP, it makes it easier because NLP basically is a subfield of artificial intelligence. And its focus is on how computers and humans basically are communicating with each other naturally. The power of NLP technology is going to help you provide actionable insights that at the end is going to unlock its potential SEO success for your website. So one of the things I wanted to say here is whether you're a seasoned digital marketeer or basically you're just starting in the field or you're a business owner just trying to get some tips, keep listening because I'm going to help equip you with some knowledge that will make ultimately your website more visible and elevate your brand recognition to basically all new levels. So let's dive into it right now. Understanding NLP and how its role in SEO works. So as I mentioned earlier, NLP, natural language processing, is a subfield of artificial intelligence that seeks to understand, like I said, and interpret and produce human language in a way that's intuitive. So in the context of SEO, NLP can be incredibly valuable as it allows search engines to basically better understand user intent behind all their specific queries. So by analyzing natural language patterns, search engines like Google are able to provide a lot more relevant search results for its users. I guarantee that's something that you want. Back in the day, or even now, you do a search. Let's say SEO company. And you can't find what you're looking for. And you look like the first 5 or 6 websites maybe. If you can't find what you're looking for, you're not going to go to page 2. You're just going to go ahead and reinvent or rephrase what you're saying. Now you're probably going to say best SEO agencies for a new website. Just adding that, for us to realize that manually or back then, we can figure it out, but it takes a long time to realize what are all the key phrases everybody's doing. Not anymore. Because now with this NLP technology, it's going to be intuitive and it's going to be able to churn out with AI a bunch of content that's relevant for users. Ultimately, by leveraging this technology with an SEO strategy, basically companies are going to improve their chances of success because now you're going to be creating compelling digital experiences designed around meeting users' demands effectively.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying this episode. I wanted to take a quick break and invite you to get one of our free ebooks called the 25 Local SEO Tips to Growing Your Business. It's one of our most popular ebooks, and you can get it right now by clicking the link in the description. And that's it. Let's get back to the show.
Now, what are the benefits of incorporating NLP into your SEO strategy? Well, by applying the subfield of artificial intelligence, which I've already mentioned, you can improve the quality and relevance of content to search engines, which ultimately leads to higher rankings on search engine results. NLP can definitely help identify real user intent behind a query and refine your keyword research accordingly. And we're going to get into keyword research, but again, it's content, okay? Because content is king. Content and backlinks is probably the biggest thing Google wants you to do. But relevant content, not like duplicate content over different websites. Now, if you have duplicate content in your own website, you always want to change things around. But there's only so much you could change, especially if, let's say, you're a DUI lawyer. And you're a DUI lawyer in Athens, Georgia, and Atlanta, Georgia, and Duluth, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. It's all the same keyword phrase, DUI lawyer, but you're targeting different cities. So a lot of your pages are going to be duplicate. As long as they're duplicate of your stuff is fine with variation. And sometimes I have clients tell me like, well, duplicate content, Google doesn't like that. Well, that is true, but duplicate content from like somebody else's site. I'll give you an example. Google's not going to hurt Best Buy. Best Buy has the same pages over and over again. They're not going to get hurt. I mean, what are they going to write? How are they going to write, OLED TVs in multiple pages in multiple cities without it being duplicated? Obviously, it's duplicated, and they churn it out a lot faster. Basically, I'm just saying it's not bad to have that, but now with the AI technology, you're able to create content so many different ways on ways that people are searching. And that's huge, because the NLP assists websites in achieving basically more accurate targeting, like I mentioned earlier, by recognizing the context behind the user searches. So that means you're going to be more precise. Your website can be basically more precise of what people are looking for rather than force through sift, rather than have the user look through irrelevant results, which might land on your website, and your website may be irrelevant if you don't have the right stuff in it. And additionally, with voice recognition technology being used so much now, optimizing for natural language is becoming even more critical as traditional search queries give way to spoken sentences and phrases. We've all been there, right? You ask to go to the directions. You ask for a store near you. You ask a question. Now, I will tell you this. Every time I want to ask Siri for directions, right? Sometimes I feel like I'm a robot, right? Like, hey, Siri, directions to, this and that. I sound very robotic. But when I'm at home and I'm asking Google a question, sometimes, especially with a child, if you're a parent, let me tell you something. If you're a parent and you have like a Google or an Alexa, it is like the most saving grace in the world, because they ask me questions, especially as he gets older. He's 8 now. And he asks me like these science questions, and science I'm horrible at. I've just always been bad. Like he brings home his study guide. I'm like, I don't even know half this stuff. But anyways, I digress. I can ask anything, like how big is a whale's heart? I don't know how big a whale's heart. Do you know how big? But now I'm asking it, but I'm asking it very naturally. Hey, Google, can you tell me how big a blue whale's heart is, right? I'm not sounding like a robot. Hey, Google, whale's heart size. Now, because people are starting to speak non-robotic to these machines are constantly learning. And so incorporating this is going to be easier, because now you're able to have that type of context and content into your website. The next one that I mentioned was how NLP can help improve your keyword research. So one key advantage of using this new technology for keyword research is that it allows you to better understand user intent. So with traditional keyword research tools, it's often incredibly difficult to determine exactly what someone is looking for based on the words they use in their search query. However, now NLP can help you infer contextual clues and identify nuanced meanings behind the terms and phrases that are being used. So that's going to help you, increase your search results, because you know exactly the majority of how people are searching even better and the phrases that they're using. And so you can kind of stay ahead of the emerging trends in your own industry, as well as shift towards customer-centric language strategies over time. So, one of the things that I kind of wanted to mention here is, as companies heavily invest in semantic data analysis, which delivers increasingly sophisticated results through an understanding of how humans naturally communicate with each other, so should businesses upgrade to adopt such practices toward effective SEO optimization and marketing trends toward human-centric communication strategies, driving traffic conversions and sales, turnovers, growth metrics rising greatly at scale. I hope that makes sense. I've actually was looking at that to understand it. Basically, again, it's what I'm saying is you heavily invest in this semantic analytics to know exactly how people are talking to the machines. That's all it really means. the other good advantage of NLP is it helps create better content and optimization strategies. So utilizing NLP tools such as, let's say, a virtual assistant, a chatbot, and language models can also enhance customer engagement with basically personalized messaging, which overall improves customer experiences. So by leveraging this for better content creation and optimization, a business like yours can enhance basically your online visibility. And that's going to help ensure that you're reaching your target audience effectively. I'm pretty sure you have this, right? Let's say you're a plumber, but you don't work on septic tanks, right? And I know plumbers that don't work on that, right? Well, they find, they customers find you who are looking for septic tanks, and for some reason they fall into your website and they're calling you like, hey, you said septic tank. You're like, no, I don't, right? Well, now, if you leverage this the right way for better content creation, that shouldn't happen anymore. So just remember, as AI continues to advance at a rapid pace, incorporating this strategy will become basically increasingly important for achieving all the digital success that you're looking for. Join me next week for part 2, where I will, touch on the importance of semantic search for SEO success, basically how to use NLP to enhance your on-page optimization, and, basically the role of structuring your website content. And this one is pretty good, I want to touch based on, NLP for power, for link building strategies. Backlink is still huge to do, but how can NLP help that? Thanks again, and thank you for joining.
Thank you for listening to this episode of SEO Secrets.